Are you subscribed yet on the YouTube channel? Well, click this subscribe button right here. Also click this box if you want to be emailed every time I upload a new video so you can get the latest video uploads as they happen. And also, if you haven't signed up for the free user's guide, sign up right here. Put your name, email address in here, hit send it. You will get a free ebook sent to your email, as well as a link to a 60-minute long video on flash photography in the studio that Adam and I created. So please do that, and we'll see you. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and it's time for another Adoramapix Rapid Fire critique. That's right, it's the Rapid Fire critique time, and this week we've got Pascal's photos that I believe he took in Montreal. It's a diving competition. Now, normally, from some of the diving pictures that I've seen, they just become very repetitive, but I think the 10 images that Pascal has picked tells a full story in photos, and that's what I love to see. Stories in photos that aren't just about what's going on, but it's about what's going on behind the scenes and around the corners and out front and all of that, and up on the 8-meter, 10-meter board and all that. So let's take a look at these photos. We've got a girl coming right out of the water. It's an interesting photo. The black and white edit I do like. Her look is very, very sexual, to put it mildly. At least that's what I get out of it when I look at it. She's coming out of the water. It's hard to tell that it's diving. It really is, because there is no context. And that brings up something about order. Ordering, the way you put your photos in order in your portfolio or when you show people plays a major part. So this, to me, would have to come after something that showed the diving board. Or maybe I know at the very end there's a picture of the outside of the stadium. Well, maybe that was the original photo and Flickr just doesn't have them in order. But I do like the photo. Moving forward, we've got a guy diving here. When I'm looking at this stuff, I would want to see more context. I'd like to see the board that he's bouncing off of. I'd like to see the pool. I'd like to see a wider shot showing what's going on. Unless he was in a pike position upside down doing a double spin helix or whatever you want to call it, then that would be more interesting. It's just he's lost here in midair, and sure, there's judges in the background, but it's a little just, again, out of context. It's just a guy jumping on just jumping. If he was in a different motion, like upside down, then maybe it would be better. But in terms of motion, it's frozen, the exposure's nice, and the editing's nice. We just need to work on the context of the image. I like this shot. I like the warm-up shot. We have two people, one in focus, one not. The black and whites are processed very, very well. I really like the thickness of that. So this is a good context photo for after we have an intro into what's going on. So this is a little better because we got the guy spinning. The water is coming off of him. Not sure why there's water. I guess he's wet. He's also hanging out to the left. But it's the weird look, you know. The guy's in fantastic shape, obviously. But again, the look on his face isn't awesome. But the background here looks good. Pascal captured a nice moment. The moment is captured with the right exposure, and the action is frozen. But other than that, we need more context again. We need to know that he's jumping into the pool or something along those lines. It's a nice moment, but the look on the face is not as strong. Now, that's not your fault. That's just the look on the guy's face. This is much better. This puts it all into context. We've got the person jumping off the board right here, and you can see what they're jumping into. You have the pool, the diving pool. You've got the stadium. So you've got the people watching. You've got a full context of what's going on. This is one of the leading pictures that I would use at the beginning. This would lead me into why people are jumping and things like that. So it's all about the story and how you tell it. All right, this looks to be majorly cropped, like it's zoomed in and cropped just to show this person right here. Again, in the type of context of getting diving photos, to me this doesn't do much for me. And again, I'm not ripping Pascal apart. I'm critiquing these photos with how exactly I'd want to see a critique if this was my work. Just giving my feelings on it, because that's what critiques are all about. You know, again, he captures her here. You can see that she's spinning, and obviously indoors you don't have the best lighting, so it's a little difficult, and that's why the ISO is pumped up on the D90 a little bit. But I don't give a crap about grain. I don't give a crap about the noise. It's not a big deal to have this stuff in your image. It doesn't take away from it. So a lot of people get stuck on the noise. But one way to get rid of this is not cropping it so far, and I'm pretty sure that this is cropped because it is shot extremely tight. Maybe it's just shot this tight. Pascal will have to leave a comment. If it is, then it's a really tight shot. I'd love to see the board in there. I'd love to see more context, because other than that, it's just a person floating through the air. Yeah, this is a little better. We're waiting, but again, I'd like to see the board and what they're going to be diving into. It would just be more of an action type shot. Capture them halfway going down, halfway in the air, on the way to the water. A shot like this. This is better. As the person's about to enter the water, you've got the diving Plongeon, Canada in the background. That's better. This is putting it into context. And then the one distraction here is the background. Excuse me as I do that again. The background is pretty distracting. Why is that not leaving? The background's a little distracting. Let's see what it was taken at. Let's see. Just make this bigger. It is taken at 2.8, 190. The background should be blown out more than that. I'm not sure why it's not, but it should be blown out more than that. So I will leave it here for now without full screen. This is better because, look, we've got part of the board in here. Hey, why are you going backwards? Don't go backwards on me. You've got the Canadian flag in the background. You have the judges here. You've got the pole from the board. You got a board right here. This has context. The guy's about to jump into the water. But if it was just cropped above his tuchus, then you wouldn't really know that he's jumping into the water, and the context is just gone. So that's a better shot. This is a little better. I would have loved to seen it a little wider to get the board in there, just so that, I mean, there's a board, I guess, over here, but I would love, this is much better. A lower angle, getting the water coming off the board, getting the person in there in whatever position this is. But I'd love to, maybe a vertical would have done this, get her in the same position, but get the water in there. So it's close. Exposures have been on through all of these photos. The processing has been spot on as well, so it's very close. And this is the last image. This is a shot from outside of, is this the Olympic Dome? Is that what they used to call it? So, you know, it's a good photo story. Think of the order of the photos. I don't know if this would have been the first one, because Flickr does reverse them sometimes, but this would be my first image if I was putting this in a photo story. So the moral of the story here is you're darn close, Pascal. The editing, the exposures, all of those are right on. You're capturing certain moments. I think they need to be wrapped in more context. More context of the water, the pool, the boards, and things going on. The wide shots are fantastic. And the ones that have more context with the pool and the board in there are definitely fantastic. So nice job. Love the processing. Love your exposures. I think you're doing a great job. And I look forward to seeing what you come up with next and how you take this critique. So there you have it. If you guys would like to enter the critique yourself, we're not going to go to the forum. We're going to go here and click Submit a Photo. Submit photos, rapid fire critique. Go ahead and follow these directions. Send yours in, and maybe I will critique yours next. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.